This is the Ego 56-volt electric chainsaw. The gentleman over at Frog and Toad Lifestyle YouTube channel insisted that I just had to try it out and see how impressive it was. I've got a link to his channel in the description below, and I think you might like his easy listening take on appreciating a simple lifestyle. I decided to give this saw a run on a couple of dead balsam firs near my house. I only intended to cut down one, but it was tied up with a second by a large vine, and I had to cut it out as well to get both to fall. This saw hasn't been sharpened since it was purchased. Keep that in mind when judging my efficiency with it. I didn't have the right size of saw file to touch up the chain, but I'll be sure to remedy that the next time I stop at my nearest Princess Auto. I'm also due for a new set of gloves and some bar grease. Sounds like a shopping trip. If you haven't tried a full-size electric chainsaw, I think you might be as surprised as I am. This Ego saw has a 56-volt lithium battery powering an 18-inch bar with a 5/32-inch chain. It cuts slower than my 20-inch gasoline saw, but it's much lighter to handle, and the narrow blade results in less wood waste and less sawdust. The Ego brand produces a whole line of outdoor equipment which uses the same 56-volt battery, including mowers, trimmers, and blowers. Several battery chargers are available for regular, fast, or ultra-fast charging. This saw has a lot of plastic in its construction, but it seems sturdy enough on this job. I think that electric chainsaws have really come a long way over the past few years. Early models were good for small yard tasks, but the newer ones are more powerful, cut longer, charge faster, and are finding a place in the hands of serious saw users. It is noticeably lighter than my gasoline saw, and I found it well balanced. The longer 18-inch bar is an important feature to me because it means I don't have to bend over as much to limb and buck, saving wear and tear on my back. Another feature I like in an electric saw is that they are instant on and almost instant off. That means you aren't using up battery power in between cuts the way a gas saw uses gas while idling. I think it's probably also safer to not have the blade spinning as much between cuts, and it means you can set the saw down with the power off, where with a gas saw you might be tempted to leave it running on the ground while you move wood or branches. Speaking of safety, electric saws are also much quieter than gasoline saws. I can sometimes hear people working a kilometer or more away from my house with their gas saws, but electric saws are almost quiet enough to run without hearing protection. I still like to wear my hard hat and earmuffs, however. My helmet has saved me from numerous falling branches, and I find that wearing the earmuffs helped me to find a quiet place where I can concentrate on what I'm doing without unnecessary distraction. The reduced noise is an important consideration if you are living in an urban or built up area and noise is a concern. Maybe even around certain livestock or pets. Regardless of where you live, I think that less noise is always better. One criticism I have about this saw is that I would prefer a longer and more aggressive bumper spike because I sometimes felt like I was pushing the face of the saw against the log rather than the spikes. Other than that, I found the saw to be adequately powerful if a bit slow, well balanced, easy to carry with one hand, and comfortable to use with both hands. It cut small branches well and cut through this fairly large balsam fir log effectively, if not quickly. When I eventually ran the battery down, it charged back up to full capacity in less than 50 minutes. I think the current generation of electric saws will suit people who want a low maintenance saw with enough power for small to medium sized jobs, people who want a quieter tool, people who want to get a kit set of outdoor tools that share a battery, and people who are tired of mixing smelly gas and worrying about the quality and shelf life of gasoline. If you haven't already tried out an electric saw, I would encourage getting your hands on one and giving it a try.